What's up, everybody? It's your boy Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV. Welcome back to the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Now kick back, relax, and come and take a ride with your boy. Y'all, the saga of Liz Cambage and her WNBA career, as well as just her basketball career in general, have been well documented, and it seems like she's had a scuffle or a problem at every stop that she's made in her career so far. She finds herself outside the WNBA, but recently signed a $1 million contract in China with a team there. And it looked like she was back on the right track, getting things done, being productive on the court. But, as people say, history repeats itself, and she's back to her old shenanigans. So I guess in that case, it is true. She's out here throwing elbows, getting thrown out of games, all types of nonsense. It's crazy. She's been one of the most polarizing figures in women's basketball, period. The Australian national, even making noise and ruining relationships on the international stage with her home country as well. But before we get into all that, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button for all the latest and the greatest. Join our memberships. We got that exclusive content coming daily, weekly, whenever you need it. Now, let's get into it.
You are now locked into the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Here is your host, Brandon Blakeney.
We mentioned Cambage has been a polarizing figure. You know what I'm saying? She's big physically, out there, just a monster in the paint, and has proven to be one of the best and most skilled bigs when she's on her A game. I mean, she was averaging 15 and 8 in the WNBA before she got let go by the Sparks, or before she bounced from the Sparks, you know, depending on who you hear it from. So she made the move to China, and she's been very vocal about the lack of funds, the lessening of salaries, the lack thereof of salaries in the WNBA compared to their male counterparts and compared to even the millions that they can make elsewhere abroad. Cambage left the WNBA in July of 2022 after a fallout with the Los Angeles Sparks. We mentioned she's criticized the U.S. League for its low salaries. The WNBA Supermax for 2024 is only set at $241,984, a quarter of what Cambage is set to make for her China stint. And, you know, she's already there getting it done, collecting that bag. But we mentioned also, man, just the conflict on and off the court that has really just taken away from Cambage's on-the-court performances, man. Reports emerged of her criticizing teammates, expressing discontent with her role on the team, and taking a jersey number for a teammate. She's 32 now. We also mentioned internationally the 32-year-old center fell out with the Australian national team following the allegations of racism towards the Nigerian national team. Y'all remember the scuffle? It was crazy. They was throwing hands, some dirty shots, and then she even said that the Nigerian national team was trying to get them to play for her, or trying to get her to play for them as well. Before heading to China, she also made a stop in Israel's Division I League 2 back last year in March. And she's very familiar with China, so I think that's what made her comfortable going there. She was part of the Golden Bulls of the Chinese Basketball Association back in 2012. She also played for the Beijing Great Wall and the Shanghai Swordfish, and spent 2 seasons with the Flames from 2018 to 2019. She was even quoted saying, "I have always loved my time in China, and I am really looking forward to getting out onto the court again. It's one of the strongest leagues in the world, and I have played many seasons there over the years," end quote. Talking about strong, so they've had a strong season with her new team, man. They find themselves in the finals competing for the league championship, right? She's doing numbers. She's doing her work down there. She's getting paid. She's on the right track. We haven't heard much noise from Liz Cambage until we see this, folks, in the finals matchup while her team is competing for a championship in the WCBA. You know, showing off her talents. We haven't heard much noise from her off the court or just getting in trouble on the court. And then the finals comes, and like Liz Cambage fashion, she gets ejected, gets 2 techs for throwing 2 vicious elbows against 2 players that are not even half her size in that paint, man. And she ends up getting thrown out of this game. And she's been called many things: a head case, short temper. You know, I'm not going to sit here and assault this woman. Because I don't know her personally. We just know the track record and the scuffles that she's gotten into and how, she was pretty much forced out of LA and out the WNBA. She has been known to be very opinionated and to be kind of trouble in the locker room, man. Players have come out, coaches have come out and really spoken on just the toxic energy that she has brought, and now we're seeing that spew over into China. She is a player that has gotten a lot of opportunities, a lot of second and third chances, and that goes to show how good she is at the game of basketball, where people are willing to continue to throw millions at her to be a part of their franchise. But this is just business as usual for Cambage, man. I mean, we've seen her be very violent on the court, throw cheap shots, not shot at throws elbows, and throw her size around and be a bully in that paint and intimidating. And as a part of the aspect, you do need that from your big. You want them to be nasty. You want them to protect the paint. You want them to be intimidating, so players are, think twice about those paint touches and coming in that lane trying to finish at the cup. But this is just Bush League, man. It's disgusting to see. It's unnecessary. It's uncalled for. And it's a detriment to the game. And when your team's dependent on you in the finals, this is the moment where you lose your head, get thrown out of the game, and just ruin it for the squad, man. It's just tough to see someone tarnish their talent like that. Such a gifted athlete, such a skilled player who still has a lot of years left to give, a lot of tread on the tire, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And we just see that instead of us talking about her play and her being a force on both ends, we're sitting here talking about her throwing elbows and trying to take faces off. Come on, man. What are we really doing here, folks? Are we surprised at this point? Like, how are y'all feeling just hearing this news, seeing what's going on? It just feels like Cambage being Cambage again. I don't know, man. Just the same old. What we've been grown accustomed to seeing. The dirty play, not even like, this is past aggressiveness. This isn't even aggressiveness. This is dirty play. This isn't competing. This is physically trying to harm somebody. I was kind of over the moon. The Spark situation was nasty, but then the remarks made to the Nigerian national team allegedly was just kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back. We were all like, what the heck is going on here? Like, this is just past ridiculous. The scuffle break out. You ain't just throwing hands and trying to put your paws on somebody for no reason. Like, I'm thinking she might have been in there talking crazy. We've heard the remarks. We've heard what was said allegedly. And, just going off of it, coming from a black woman is just ridiculous. And, just with her mega platform, she could be doing so many things to, and I'm not saying she's not, but, just from an image standpoint, doing so many things to grow the game and lift the community up, because women's basketball is a small community, man. And just being a part of it, it's a small circle, and everybody, I mean, not everybody, but everybody should be showing love and just being good sports, man. Because this ain't it. This is not it, man. But let me know how y'all feel about the latest and the greatest. Holla at your boy. That's a wrap for us. For all the latest and the greatest, hit that subscribe button. I'm Brandon Blakeney, a.k.a. Brandon Lee TV. Until next time, hey, we out.